Gather, veterans. It's time to join the fight. The long war begins.
I have endured eons in a Xenos prison because of my duty. I have slain a fellow sister when she became corrupted by Xenos filth. I have seen idolaters profane themselves before a false saint while their planet ruptured around them. My force is mobile. My will is sure. My cause is noble. My power is pure. In the Emperor's name, I will not fail.
This is The Long War. I'm Robbie B, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher and Austin Wingfield. What's up, guys?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
I'm just a Southerner.
Yes, you are, but we still love you just the same.
It's a valid summarizing of all of your qualities.
Yes, that's it.
By the way, people in this state here think your state is, quote, the North.
So people ask me that, and they're like, how far down? Actually, the North Carolinians will ask me, how far do you consider south? I'm like, have you heard me? You're wrong. I'm literally from the south. Been to Danville, Virginia? Like, they will shoot you if you don't consider them part of the South. I'm just to let you know.
Juicy's got some stuff going down, family stuff tonight. I'm sure he'll be sharing with you guys here in the next couple of days what's going on. So we have Austin, A-Dog. You guys may remember him from the battle reports. He stepped in for a while. He hosted our battle reports all last summer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the fall, maybe.
I've been known to play a few games on camera.
Maybe some Nurgle, maybe some Nids. It's a good one.
By the way, both of those are Wobbly Modeler armies, and you should check them out.
I'm glad you said that because I cut that out of all of it. I made sure everyone knew who made them.
Rob, your history is strong, sir.
My history is strong. How so?
That you were correct.
Yes. I believe that was the first thing that came up with Montgomery.
And do you know where Rob is from?
I'm from all over. I'm from the North and the South.
But where are you really from?
I suppose I'm from the North. I've split time between both.
So here's what I love about this. Of course, a Southerner is going to get his Southern history wrong.
It was wrong.
In the end, you're from the South.
No, check it out. I got it right.
Oh.
I had to open up the article. It confused me. Once Virginia, so the Confederate was moved from Montgomery to Richmond. So Montgomery was technically the first.
It was so shitty that even they got rid of it.
No, I think it went the other way around because they realized
I'm just reading off Wikipedia, bro. I have someone wrote that. It maybe not be the truth.
I just want you to know one time I wrote some shit on Wikipedia that people thought was true too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the other way around because they realized, oh dang, Richmond's really close to the Army of the Potomac. We should move that.
Shit went down. Just so you know, some shit went down to Potomac.
Sense.
Austin.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. I might be wrong, but that's the way I remember it. And Pluto's not a planet anymore. Who knew? I don't know.
Now we're on the Civil War website. It says the first capital is Montgomery, Alabama.
And it was moved, huh?
Moved to Richmond. And then obviously Richmond burnt. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it did.
I live here. I feel like I know this stuff, but I don't.
Well, you did go to school in America,
dude,
bro.
So remember, I mentioned Danville. That's where they moved it to. I knew that was a fact. I knew that. God,
why did you know that?
Oh, so it went from Montgomery to what?
It went from Montgomery, Alabama to Richmond, and then once Richmond got beat up, it moved to Danville, Virginia. Literally, the two capitals have Comcast technicians, and I may venture there once in a while. So,
okay, well that makes more sense then.
Danville still thinks they're the capital of the Confederacy. It's all I'm telling you.
Oh my God! And that's something that they still vibe for as like a point of pride.
They don't know what year it is, bro.
They don't have the internet?
Comcast is new out there. Let me tell you. Some parts don't.
Dial-up still exists. It's a real thing. Anyways, so Virginia is the South. We can confirm. That was my main point.
Fact check. That's how we do our shit here at the Long War. So now we're going to bring this level of gangsterness to the Knights.
Fact checking Knights.
And if we're wrong, we'll re-edit their Wikipedia entry. Just the same.
There may be a call to action.
So we do have some tabletop marketplace watching the marketplace. Lots of going on this week. Now, I'm going to make a shameless plug because next week coming out are the Hellverns. Those are the autocannon duders that well, they're in a list we're going to talk about tonight. They're $75 for 2, but chances are you already have a normal knight, the Knight Armiger. So you probably just need some upgrade bits. You can check them out over on Shapeways. There's a bunch of sellers over there with them. Our favorite, of course, is Gadgets Plus. They're $30 for the set. But again, you probably already have the Armigers, and you only need the upgrade bits. Instead of spending 75, spend $15 less and get you a pair. So it is what it is, but that is the release for next week and a couple of ebooks. But other than that, we're not seeing the Knight Preceptor on the radar for. There's been some rumors out there on it, still trying to track some of them down, but for right now, he's not on the foreseeable future. It's all Soulblight, all new Age of Sigmar. So I guess we should talk about that too. ATC's just announced that the Age of Sigmar event going on opposite the 40K 5-man team. They're going to have an Age of Sigmar singles event now.
Yeah, they just changed that to singles from the team, right?
Right. Today, actually.
I think they can get teams next year. They just, like, this was brand new, right?
Yeah, brand new. New edition's only going to be out for 2 weeks. It's crazy.
It's like that was 40K last year.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're doing about the paint restriction right now at the time, but obviously there's going to be a lot of mistakes because the edition's only going to be out for 2 weeks. But in any case, hopefully it'll just be a hoot and have, everybody can have a blast and kind of learn together. And but being part of the first major event out there, I think would be very exciting. I'm going to try to play in it personally. I got to see what changes there are. My army apparently is losing a lot of points, so I'm okay with that. Because
that means you get more things, right?
Yes, I could go from perhaps an 11 model army to a 12.
You're going to play, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
You're going to play in a tournament?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A 40K tournament?
No. There's too many variables.
You're talking about a Legion tournament.
They're supposedly having those too, but I feel more confident in my rules comprehensive Age of Sigmar, my personal army in Age of Sigmar right now.
Well, you played it for a while. You look good. Hey, let me tell you a story. Isn't GW supposed to be at ATC, like kind of looking at all this stuff too?
They are. I guess what I heard was the guy running the Age of Sigmar is like, kind of he helps out with stuff here in the States or something. I don't know the exact deal, but it's not GW themselves, but they are coming out to run some of the other events. So they will be there in some regard. Not exactly sure from what I've been reading. But yeah, I'm stoked. It turns out if you play the same army for 2 to 3 years, you actually remember most of the rules and can play them very well. Allegedly. But
also, if your army has like 8 models.
It's 11, okay? It's 11 models.
11 models is also good. Look, people give me a hard time literally all the time because I play every army and I mess shit up all the time.
But I won't make mistakes. I just won't make as many as I normally would.
Austin, I'm 100% with you on that. That used to be how I did it in 6th and 7th edition, and I've been so high on Chaos Love in 8th edition because it's been a long time since we can try some crazy shit with Chaos Space Marines and Demons, like just doing different things. Like you can do a different thing every week and still have success.
Yeah, that's called fun.
Yeah. And so that's why I've been on Chaos's dick so hard for a year. But normally I'm trying everything out like crazy. And so I'm finally working on my first new army.
Well, it helps me. I obviously own oodles of models, and obviously my Wobbly Modeler crew, we have like access to anything you want. So I always play anything that I think looks cool and is fun. But it helps me play against them in a tournament. Like I'm playing my bugs. I just got them back. They're painted. They look really good. I think they have the opportunity to get overall, which is what I'm going for. I want to try to get overall at events. Maybe not win the whole thing, but it looks good enough. And if I play well enough, then I have an opportunity to win. So I'm really probably just playing that in competitive scene at the big ones, but at all local events, things like that, I literally will play every army, and it helps you fight against them, in the ones that matter.
Yeah, exactly. That was the way I used to do it in 40K, but it's just so much to keep up with. Me personally, having to know a little about so broad of a range of topics for all these games, and being able to look at a game of Armada and be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on, or Legion, oh, okay, I know what's going on. So it's become more difficult for me. But like I said, 11 models, playing the same list for like 2-3 years, I might have a fighting chance.
You're back in it, baby. You're back.
I'm just excited for Age of Sigmar. This is the Age of Sigmar that it sounds, at least, that we all wanted 3 years ago before everybody's set their armies on fire. But I digress. So other additional releases, speaking of Star Wars Legion, we got a new weapon teams they just announced today. There's the E-Web Blaster and the Rebel Defense Laser coming out at some point in the near future. So those actually look pretty good too. And speaking of Age of Sigmar, there is quite a few releases coming out in the end of the month, the 52 model starter set, which with the rulebook, which I would assume, and everybody else seems to be with me on this, is going to be $160. The rulebook, like 40K, might be $60. General's Handbook last year was actually $35. Don't know what it's going to be this year, but those have all been announced, and you will need them in some capacity to learn the new rules and update, your current army, because there will be numerous points reductions according to the previews across the board there. So that's kind of the big stuff that I'm tracking this week. As far as new releases go.
That's the heater?
That's the heater. And of course, this weekend, Knights.
Hey, shameless plug. If you want your Night Titans painted, Wobbly Modelers will paint them.
There it is. Yeah, Wobbly Modelers. I've got a t-shirt. Kelsey made me buy one.
That's the great story, by the way.
Yeah.
Like that's not how that works.
Yeah, it turns out.
Kelsey, we're going to learn you up one of these days on proper. In the end, you guys got the good end of the deal, because you guys sent me 6 Exalted Flamers that I can't use now.
You're welcome.
I couldn't even play them. I'm all like over here painting them, adding little details to them. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck somebody up with these 6 Exalted Flamers. Then like the beta comes out, I was like, fuck these.
You can run 3, right?
Yeah, but 3's not where my life is at. 6 is where my life was at. Spam
is bad.
That's how I knew the beta was ultimately good, like the 0 to 3, because every fucking army I was relying on was spamming.
Yeah, no, it has changed what we're seeing at even small events. Man, you're seeing more models, and that's what it's all about. So I'm excited. I thought that's exactly what it needed.
Yeah, variety is come back. All right, so let's transition from the tabletop marketplace to our meat and potatoes. We promised in the title of this show, top 3 best night houses. We're not going to disappoint you. We did extensive research.
Basically 40 minutes worth.
You could listen to it on the live webcast, which obviously is behind the paywall. You have to pay us to hear it, or tune in live every week for free. So here we go. Top 3 houses.
Wait, we need the army list, I think.
We have a few things.
Catch them up.
We have to hit you with the Warlord trait first. So everything we're about to say, we're going to break down all these little Warlord traits. But at the end of the day, we're only taking one Warlord trait. Rob, can you hit me the name of that? I'll tell you what it does. It gives you a fucking 4-up and vulnerable, but I don't know the name.
It's called Ion Bulwark.
Bulwark. That's the only. That's the one for me.
In fact, you can tattoo it on my list.
Yep, that's the one.
It is permanent.
Because it 100% does indeed, as far as we can tell, stack with the stratagem rotate ion shields. Rob, can you read to me that Warlord or that stratagem?
Yeah, give me a sec. Use the stratagem when the enemy unit targets an Imperial Knights vehicle unit from your army that has an invulnerable save. It's 1 CP or 3 CP if you're targeting a Dominus class. Until the end of the phase, the vehicle unit's invulnerable save is improved by 1 to a maximum of 3.
There you go. 3 up
pretty cut and dry.
So that's the stack we were talking about. So we're looking at taking one bad motherfucker. We like Captain Ahab, old Ahab. We like him with this Warlord trait, so we can have a 3-up invulnerable and a clutch. the list from last week. If you guys remember, it's super simple. We're taking a super mega fucking Megazord outfit with 3 baby knights with super auto cannons and old Ahab, which is the harpoon knight, right? We're taking a Supreme Command attachment with triple Dawn Eagle jet bike, and we're taking a Imperial Guard battalion. It's pretty standard, okay? We got all the CPs we need. We got the big guys. We got some super shooty, but we do have an Imperial Knight, a robust Imperial Knight detachment with 3 baby knights and old Ahab. So we're telling you, old Ahab is always going to have this 4-up invulnerable with the option to go to 3-up invulnerable. That's our move, okay? But let's go a step further. We've already gone through like the 9 houses, and we've broken down our top 3.
Wait, did we decide on which was better way? Do we take him as the warlord, or do we spend the CP to get this as the warlord?
We don't have enough CPs in our list to buy him that right. He just has to be the warlord.
So it's only 1 CP to get him that trait, right?
Yeah.
Is it only 1? But then you have to buy the relic, right? So it's 2. He doesn't have a relic. It's a warlord trait.
You don't need a relic. It's a warlord trait.
So I would argue that 100%. I think I spend the CP because I want my warlord to be
Grand
5 of
Strategist.
Pain.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna know. I fuck Grand Strategist. You don't need them. I want.
Oh, you want on the Dawn Eagle.
The third bike is the warlord, so he gets the.
So here's the move.
All that crap.
The move is you have 3 Dawn Eagle jet bikes. One has a 5-up, feel no pain. He's the warlord. One has a 3-up invulnerable. One has a 3-up invulnerable. You let him die first. He pays a CP. This guy becomes the warlord and has the 3-up plus the 5-up, 5-up, 5-up. He dies. You pay the CP. So you want that power combo because you want to ram these people down the throat. You don't really. You already have enough of a CP factory with just the IG relic, right?
Yeah, no, that's enough. So you're planning on 2 to 3 turns of your opponent's firepower. So you need 6 to 9 CP to make your warlord unkillable, right? The Knight Titan unkillable. It's plenty. You don't need it for the whole game. You just need 2 key turns of not dying with your Knight Titan.
But here's the thing. So that super heavy auxiliary that you're or the super heavy detachment, you're not getting any CP from because you're taking Knight Armigers. That's the caveat to this.
So we have 9. We have 9 CPs. We're spending 1, 2, 3. Right? So we have 6 CPs. That's 2 turns. So that's not enough CP. So we definitely need more CP. So we only start the game with 6 CPs if we want to do everything that you just said, Austin. Right. So I feel like unless you just want to say I only need to be 3-up invulnerable once, but I don't think that's good because anytime you go second, you're going to want to be 3-up invulnerable twice.
Mm-hmm.
So we might just have to say we might have to go full CP factory from the Imperial Guard. What do you think?
I think I may delve in the endless loop of CP with Blood Angels and Guard, and maybe get away from the Shield Captains. They're so good, but there's a million ways to run these combos.
The Veritas or whatever it is.
So you can have Grand Strategist and Veritas.
Veritas.
Right, and you can get CP back like a billion times. You can roll 2 dice per command point.
You could, yeah.
And then that Knight, that's probably, if you're looking for a CP farm, Blood Angels and Guard together can have an endless loop of CP.
So there you go. So basically what we're looking at here, guys, is we're looking at you need a CP farm. The Shield Captains is debatable, but you need a CP farm. So we're going to break down our top 3 houses. We went over all 9 of them on the webcast, but we're going to distill down what we like about these top 3. Going to pass it off to Robbie B. He's going to start off with our top 3 picks. It's House Tyrion, Hawks, and Raven, and he's going to break down those in no particular order and all of their abilities.
Okay, so House Tyrion, very, very simply put, their tradition, and in order to benefit from this tradition, you have to have them in a super heavy detachment. So you need 3 super heavies. Keep that in mind. So you roll an extra d6 for advancing or charging and discard the lowest die result. Pretty powerful there. That applies blanket across all knights. So little guys, big guys, whatever. Their warlord trait, which obviously we're not going to take, we already talked about that, is the reroll failed charge rolls for the warlord. It's not as good as a 4-up invulnerable. Their relic specific to them is a battle cannon replacement. It's normal rapid fire battle cannon. The only thing different is that it's strength 9 instead of strength 8. So 72 inch range, 2d6 shots, strength 9, -2, d3 damage. Roll 3d6, however, and discard the lowest die for the number of shots. So you're going to get more shots with the rapid fire battle cannon.
You should lead with that next time.
Lead with the relic.
That part of the gun is good.
Okay.
But Austin, that gun would replace our 3d6 shot super flamer.
It's not as good as that, but still good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. You don't get
But worth mentioning in the overall total value of this house.
People are going to take a paladin with because they have them on their shelf. So
you can still open or not open the vaults or whatever their equivalent is and take extra relics for CPs.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to have a battle cannon to take that relic, right?
Correct. That's step 1.
Paladin.
Yeah. And then their stratagem specific to them is 3 command points to fight twice with a knight in close combat.
Okay, Kenny, I missed that. I never heard that one before.
Should I have led with that?
Well, we were talking about. We'll talk more about the combat knights, but that's nasty.
That's a good one.
Oh my lord, that's
yes.
The math is so good.
No, it's a good one. It still pisses me out that GW is like 3 CPs to fight twice, but only 2 CPs to shoot again. It's still upsetting.
Wait, technically you could play all those other stratagems that play at the... Wait, hold up. Use a stratagem after a House Terran unit from your army has fought in the fight phase. That unit can fight an additional time this phase. So technically that triggers another... So then it would have fought again in the fight phase. So theoretically, then you can also death grasp again and do all this other stuff.
Rob, you're seeing it. So CP farm as it is, you literally need 1 billion CP to make these guys incredible. You will swing and kill something and spend 3 CP to basically soul burst. Move again. Swing again.
Austin. Also, you got like the one where you can do D3 mortal wounds at the end of the phase.
Right. So
with the stomp. So that also triggers too if you do that twice. Mm-hmm. So you can do a death grip, a stomp, twice.
So I'm probably going to lean on the no because I don't think that's not how it's intended. I won't play it like that.
GW literally put out an FAQ, the big FAQ, Austin. They said, and this is great precedent. They said if you pay the CP to make your heavy bolter do D3 mortal wounds instead of shooting, and you use the cherub to shoot again, that's still active because that says active until the end of the phase.
Yeah, all thunder.
So it's on. So if you use the cherub and go again, it's still on. So they're like, that's just how it works. So anything that says if it's still in the phase, even if it's at the end of the phase, anything that you say that lasts the whole phase is still on.
If I don't have the book in front of me, I'll come back to you on that. Let's just, for argument's sake, say you can do that. Oh, that just makes it even worse, right? But
worse/good.
If you can't, worse for everyone else. If you can't do it, you still can charge a 4-man unit, get your kill point, spend 3, pile in again, kill something else, and death grip. You're potentially killing like 3 to 4 things a turn with one knight.
If you're playing against somebody who has like 3 Lehman Russes and a this and a that, you're like, I charge everything, son. And you get with
Maybe you'll actually kill it, throw it with your Thunderstrike Gauntlet, and do D3 mortal wounds to something 9 inches away.
It's hilarious. And like in my version, in my brain, when you have Angel's Wings, 3d6 charging you, right? You can't overwatch this guy. And then his big buddy comes in behind him. It's gonna be hilarious.
I agree.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, you're back. All right. I'm going to try to figure out what I should lead with better next time. Here we go. So this is Hawk Shroud. This is Questoris. We haven't crossed over to Mechanicus yet. Let me read these and look. See what's good. Okay. We'll start with the tradition. Has double wounds for stat line purposes with damage. So I think if math is right, if you have 8 wounds, you still are full stat line for shooting and such. Does that make sense?
Anti-degradation. I love that.
No, it's 20. Are they 24 or 26?
Well, the big ones are 28. The medium ones are 24.
Okay. So 6. If you have 6 wounds, you're still baller status with Hawkshroud.
So we're like almost dead. You're still good.
Yeah. The trait, which we're probably not going to take, but at the start of the first battle round, before the first turn begins, select one of your opponent's units in his army and add 1 to hit rolls for your warlord made against that unit. Fun.
Well, in the back of my head, there's a stratagem where you can take multiple warlord traits for different knights, right?
Correct, you can. And they don't count as your warlord, you just get the traits.
Yeah,
you can do it.
If you're going to run 3 knights, then you can pick the 3 best of these, right?
These are house specific. So
yeah, but that's not true. You can still take multiple houses, lose their characteristic, and take their relics and warlord traits.
Right. So these warlord traits, these mythical warlord traits, would have to be better than the house trait to the point where you were down to do it and sacrifice the house trait.
I'm a D student right now. I have not studied enough to know if that's worth it, but
that's not worth it.
It is a possibility.
To do that, Austin, you'd immediately give up the I'm at full strength when I'm almost dead ability.
It's horrible. I'll do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Or the roll an extra d6, drop the lowest for advancing and charging. You don't want that. Their relic is roll a d6 each time the bear suffers a mortal wound in the opponent's psychic phase. On a 4-up, that wound is ignored.
See, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite ones. So Raven, or this is what is this one? Hawkshroud.
Hawkshroud.
Caw. They I like them. I like both. This is why these are the top 3. They have a lot of great things. That's good.
Yep. And then their allies is, well, you'll know what this is. 2 CP may fire Overwatch at an enemy unit if your knight is within 12 of the unit being charged. And this is keyword Imperium, not just knights. You may also heroically intervene as if you were a character up to 2d6.
Dude, that Flamer Knight, that is intimidating. Oh my lord!
And they get like some ghetto. They get some like Imperial for the greater good.
Dude,
yeah,
you guys understand you can't charge Yavaras, right?
Yeah.
People understand that.
I tell people this all the time. If I have 19 demon princes and I go to charge a Yavara, I lose 19 demon princes.
19 of them will die. So, man, this guy can bodyguard an entire Imperial army.
As long as he can move, yeah.
Okay. I feel warm and fuzzy.
That's a good one. All right. Kick it over to Questor Mechanicus, which unlocks a whole different set of stratagems, generic, and their own particular ones. Their tradition is when they make advanced moves, treat heavy weapons as assault weapons.
This is quickly becoming, that's one of my favorite ones, Austin.
Very tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially when you consider in our list, we're talking about like having multiple baby knights with the super autocannons.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to just be like, and being able to like anti, like, to kind of null deploy and still be able to move super far and still go. I love it.
Still shoot, yeah.
Well, like you said, that it puts you on the board turn 1, where other lists may not be able to reach out and touch everything. That's good.
So what else do they have unique?
Their trait is add 1 to saving throws for attacks that have AP characteristic of -1.
No, well, we already said what warlord trait we were taking.
Yeah, exactly. Their relic is for reroll hit rolls of 1 in the fight phase for house units within 6 of the bearer.
Well, this is one of my favorites. Sorry, that's not my favorite.
So this one's pretty solid. Reroll 1s in the fight phase.
My favorite is the stratagem that they get.
Their stratagem is Order of Champions. Reroll all dice rolls of 1 made for that night in a single in the shooting phase. So that can be a number of weapon shots to hit, to wound, all those things.
Austin, you literally reroll every fucking one that this dude does.
I need you to read that again.
All right, let me get you not my
verbatim.
stupid notes.
No notes. I want to read that specifically.
Read that again, but slower.
Talk to me dirty.
Use the stratagem at the start of your shooting phase. Pick a House Raven model from your army. Until the end of the phase, reroll all rolls of 1 for that model. This includes hit rolls, wound rolls, damage rolls, and rolls made to determine the number of shots fired by weapons that make a random number of attacks.
And that's how many CP?
2.
So, old Ahab with his super flamer, with his big ass gun, with his missiles.
Literally can't roll 1.
This dude, literally, and this is the guy that you're like, let me just move, advance.
So he can advance. Is there a stratagem to advance and charge?
Yes, you're getting ahead of us. We're just doing the house ones for now. So basically, when you read all these, Austin, and you're like, I like, once you read all the fucking generic ones, you start to realize the power combo. Right now, I already said I liked advancing and being able to shoot heavy weapons. Right? I like that. And old Ahab, it has short range weapons. Right out the gate, I like that. And then being able to boom, I reroll all ones, period. Boom, period. I can still charge. Like, I'm just saying.
So this is what's funny. Check this out. This is what's in my head. So it's the shooting phase, right, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to move up, spin the CP, re-roll the ones on everything. I'm going to murk some people, and then every army and their mother has a stratagem that you can shoot when you die, right? So I can re-roll ones for saves because it's still the shooting phase. If you shoot at my knight when you spin CP.
Did it say, Rob, reread it? Did it say for example, or did it say these is the limit of what you can re-roll?
Does it say reroll ones for the whole phase for everything? Because
reroll all rolls of 1 for that model until the end of the phase. Reroll all rolls of 1 for that model,
and then it gives you a list of examples.
Yeah, this includes
includes. It doesn't. It's not the limit.
Not limited.
He is. So you guys follow me, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah. So like if I vape a Hellblaster squad and then 5 of those Hellblasters shoot back at me and I have a 3-up invulnerable, because it's a shooting phase.
Yeah,
I can actually literally, but I don't ever have to do the 3-up invulnerable. I'll just reroll once. It doesn't matter. No, literally
reroll all ones. Yep.
And so that's why I love that one, and so my favorite is Raven. Raven Knight Quester. Because, to summarize, you treat heavy weapons as assault weapons when you advance. That affects baby knights. Mm-hmm. It has this stratagem to reroll literally every one on your warlord. I love that. And I think and I like that slightly more than the other two, but not that much more to say this is guaranteed the one I'm going to use. It's not until you get into some of the generic shit that it starts becoming obvious what you can do. So let me just hit you with this. Rob will break these down for us, but we have... Some of our favorites we have a 2 CP one that gives you a bubble of invulnerable saves, right?
Yes. It basically becomes a void shield generator.
We have a 3 CP rotate ion shield. That's the one for the big dude. That makes him a 3-up invulnerable.
Yep.
We have a 2 CP massive explosion. So like you can pay 2 CPs, double down on your opportunity to do D6 damage, D6 mortal wounds to everyone around you.
That was the verbiage on that one looked a little funny. You roll 2 dice.
You have to roll 2 dice, and they both have to be 4-up.
Yeah. So on the Dominus, you roll 2 dice. If any are 6s, it blows up. Now, if you play this, if any are 4s, it blows up. And if both are 4+, it blows up 3d6.
Yeah, I diced that out today, and let me tell you about that. That's a nuclear reactor going off.
That's a good one. I love that. I love having it in the pocket, right? We haven't even gotten to the good ones, though, yet. We have the 1 CP Stomp as D3 mortal wounds.
On a 4-up.
At the end of the fight phase. That's one that we can stack if we needed to. We've got the sniper missiles. Of course, our old Ahab has 2 sniper missiles.
Because why wouldn't he?
He could have 4.
Well, you can only shoot 1 per turn, so 2 turns of the offensive firepower is all you need.
Yeah, just 2. So he basically just says, little guy die, little guy die. Rerolling literally ones on everything, including the right.
There is an argument in my brain where you hold on to him because this guy.
So hold on, Austin. Let me hit you with this. Main rulebook literally says that you have to shoot every weapon unless otherwise stated. Actually this was brought up all my Facebook chats recently. So you actually cannot say you're not going to shoot something if you select the unit to shoot. So you can't actually save any of your missiles. You have to shoot one every turn until they're gone.
I don't know enough to argue with you, but
it's great. And actually, it's crazy.
I disagree with you off the cuff.
It was brought up to me. Main rulebook says, like a unit can't hold back. Essentially, unit, unless otherwise stated, has to shoot every weapon it's equipped with when selected to fire. So you have to shoot one of those missiles. You can't just hold back the whole game.
So if you take a 100 killer missile, you have to fire it?
According to unless there's something that I'm missing in some crazy ass FAQ, that's what the main fucking rulebook says. We got some people in the chat who might be able to fact check me on that, but I read through the rulebook.
I gotta look that up.
It was
I'll buy. I got a book in here. I don't mind reading.
I got half a book.
So the reason it was brought up because someone said, like, what if Vect blocked you? Can you just say, fine, I'm not going to shoot the character? No, you still have to shoot something because you can't actually not shoot.
Oh, I see. The counter to the counter. Because it's a stratagem.
And the reason I'm fighting you is because you're telling me that turn one I have to shoot all my destroyer missiles with my storm surge.
Unless otherwise stated, if the unit is selected to fire. I'm about to write
that shit in with crayon. You about to? I ain't shooting them unless I need to, man.
Unless otherwise, it says literally. There's a clause in the shooting phase. It's like in one of those bubbles. It says unless otherwise stated. Once the model is selected to fire, it must fire with all its weapons.
Tell me where you fire. I don't think I have my rulebook handy.
I got it right here. I will bite. I will play.
Let's keep going on this because we got. You were on shield breaker.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we did shield breaker missile. 2 CP charge after advance. Rob brought that up.
Tilt. Right? Yeah, that's a good one.
1 CP anti ruins, so you can fight people in ruins. Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You see that
multiple levels, right?
Yeah, you literally get a huge buff to fight people in ruins.
That's great. Well, there's no gotcha with knights now, right? They can participate in any game.
And here's one of my favorite ones, Austin. 2 CPs. You get to shoot. If they blow you up and you actually don't thermonuclear detonate, you can shoot again. You can just shoot to death.
So I love that. But what is the stat line of a dead knight? Because what's the 1 wound knight hits on what?
Are you ready for this?
5.
Are you ready for this? 1 CP. 1 CP. You shoot at the top tier of your shooting.
Can you use that when you die, though? Is that at the start of a shooting?
Rob.
It says use a stratagem at the start of any turn.
So that's better. So other armies don't have that addendum, right? Man, that's cool. It's only 1 CP.
1 CP. Austin, this is why I am 100% why I am with Raven Knights Questus. Because everything I like about the other ones, I can just farm out of CPs. For example, I love the 4++ against psychic mortal wounds from the Hawk Shroud. But I'd rather it be anytime I want. There is literally a fucking stratagem, which we didn't cover here, that is a 5++ any phase versus mortal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I can say, suck it right there, right? We already have one of those. We have I can shoot again when I die. I can be the top tier of my profile for 1 CP, which is basically the whole reason we like Hawk Shroud.
Yep.
So I can get that for 1 CP. You know what I'm saying? We can do when you look at it all and you have one bad motherfucker, at the end of the day, Raven is where it's at. Because now I can assault. I can be an assault weapon, even though I'm a heavy weapon when I advance. I can literally reroll every one on a model. I can farm my ion shields. I can super explode. I can. Oh, also they got a 1 CP reroll versus fly keyword, which works on baby knights too, Austin.
Yeah, that one's pretty solid.
1 CP, I can reroll everything against fucking a fly keyword.
Oh, there's lots of that.
It turns out baby knight with super autocannon is you're just dead.
I'm gonna backtrack it and say I'm reading main rule book. Shooting phase, shooting sequence. Choose a unit to shoot with. Choose targets. Choose ranged weapon. Resolve attacks. hit roll, wound roll, blah blah blah, all that. So under choose range weapon, it says you can. It doesn't say you have to. It does not say you must. It says you can. If a model has several weapons, it can shoot all of them at the same target, or it can shoot each at a different enemy unit. It does not say you must.
I feel like, what page are you on? I feel like there's a weird blurb. My man Asante.
179.
My man Asante, I think he knows what I'm talking about. It's one of those rules that it's like chilling in a not a rules category.
I hate those.
Because
I think
GW
we would
still
see
doesn't
them
understand
too, because
shit.
there's only like 8 pages of rules.
Right. There's like it's like hidden somewhere. Somebody caught it. Somebody literally like fucking photocopied it. And sent
Well,
it
that's
to me.
cool. I won't just shoot me if you find it. I'm curious because if anyone is listening to this and you're playing me in a tournament, I will not use this rule unless you pull it up and show me because that hurts my feeling.
Asante, he's quoting 179 as well, and he has the verbiage that I'm talking about, but I don't know.
Did he use a crayon?
Which category is it in?
We are in shooting phase number 3 on page
It says
179.
in your shooting phase, you can shoot with models that have ranged weapons. First, you must pick a unit to shoot. You may not pick a unit advanced or fell back that turn, or the units with one to the enemy, unless otherwise. Here we go. Unless otherwise stated, each model in the unit attacks with all the ranged weapons it is armed with. It's the first step. Shoot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like halfway down, number 1.
Literally in the first block.
And then I would counter with in number 3, it says you can. Doesn't say you must.
You can shoot all of them at the same target, or you can shoot
No,
each.
see, that's see, now you're fucked, Austin, because it's referring to splitting your fire. That's not referring to shooting all your weapons. You can shoot them all at the same or multiple. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Wow.
that's a rule. That's a nuanced rule, bro. Anyone who has a 1 shot per use weapon, you gotta shoot one of them every turn if you select that unit to shoot.
See, that's not the case
crazy.
either because each one's an individual weapon. You have to shoot all of them.
It says unless otherwise stated, you must shoot all of them. This is otherwise stated that you can't shoot all of them, but you have to shoot. You have to shoot. I assume the most.
Now, yours is 1 per turn, but I'm just saying, like, destroyer missiles are you. This says you have to shoot all of them.
This literally says you have to shoot them all the first fucking turn.
It's savage.
You have to shoot all 4 of your destroyer missiles immediately.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Y'all do what you do. You're literally saying that I ambush a acolyte unit from Colt, and I have 8 demo charges, and I have to shoot them all when they come in.
That's what GW wrote. I didn't write the rules, bro.
Oh, my Lord. No, I guess that's a little different because I don't have to select my unit to shoot with, right?
See, the only way around it is that you don't shoot with the unit.
The Colt doesn't care, but the damn Storm Surge. All right, I can see play. I'll bite. That's weird. That's definitely weird. That's
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's come. Obviously, I played Tau. You guys have seen it on camera, so.
Yeah.
Sorry
People are talking about it too. It's like unless you get your marker lights, you don't even hit with those missiles.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. God forbid your marker lights are dead and you have to shoot.
You're like, oh wow, 4 dice, no hits, awesome.
Well, it's actually a big thing. Like you hold on to those so you can overwatch on 5s with them. You know, people forget you have these missiles, and you hit on 5s in Overwatch with a lot of tower lists. God, and you can re-roll all the failed to hit rolls in Overwatch. That's the trick. Like people try to sneak your Storm Surge, and you just force smite them, and they die.
Dude, it's
Turns out you don't have any missiles left, bro.
like somebody in chat. I think M Vera. He's like, I think literally everyone is playing this wrong. Like,
Yeah, I think everybody
has been playing this wrong. Yeah, because like I didn't understand that this is exactly. I don't play armies that don't have any nuance, so like I wasn't totally caught up on that rule. My armies don't have any 1 per use shooting weapons. So I never would have thought of it. Of course, I shoot everything, you know. But
Someone get London on the phone.
we need to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, for real. That's kind of nuts. Well, good to know.
But let's do a quick summary real quick. So basically, because we got sidetracked on these sniper missiles a little bit, But essentially, if you go with House Raven, you can get some of the best qualities of Hawkshroud and Tyrion by just digging into the command points for almost any situation, almost any type of knight. Now, the only argument can be made if you wanted to go more close combat, go to Tyrion, and you can still dig into the same, pool of stratagems. If you wanted to be like, I'm a punchy dude.
Because you can't take the Questor ones where you get the 5-up, ignore mortal wound.
Oh, you don't get those because you're not a baller?
Yeah, you're not Mechanicus side.
Okay, straight up, Austin, there's like no, you have to just be Raven.
Basically, yeah.
But
we are Ravenclaw all day. Caw-caw.
I do like the combat knights. They're 350 we got, right, Rob?
Yeah, 350.
So you're talking 1,050 points. Take 3 of these guys. You will get 3 CP because they're all medium knights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the tricks of swinging twice, they don't need to be any specific household, right?
No.
And they don't need to be a specific house to what I call baity grip.
That is true. Just knights in general.
So death grip. So yeah, it could be anything. I'm all about. Well, then I guess we're Raven, Kenny.
Yeah,
right.
Always. I think Raven is the way. I think Raven is the way to go, man.
You can also advance and charge still generically as either knight.
Raven seems to be the house for me.
So the assault weapons, heavy weapons become assault. Is that right?
For the purpose of advancing and firing, heavy weapons are assault weapons.
So the missiles on your head can still shoot normally?
Literally everything can still, you have to play. So your army can get out, again, take a defensive position. It can get out, still put down shots, turn one, and be relatively safe, and move and take over the table and still lay down offense.
So in the combat knight version of the list, they are advancing basically every turn one anyway.
Right.
Because you're bum rushing fools, right?
Yeah.
It's how fast I can get across the table. So being able to shoot and that's you win.
Yeah, being able to still shoot all your little fucking bullshits is fucking strong. Like we talk about that all the time in a podcast. We're like mobility, man, speed. Real quick, I wanted to comment on the chat. My man Wolfsark is like, he's like, I cannot wait to shit on my friend who plays Tau with that rule.
They'll be upset. They're gonna get salty.
They're gonna be hilarious.
Bro, no, how many like seeker missiles, right? On like what are those tanks with seeker missiles?
Seeker missiles.
Damn, what's the old they used to take like
it's the Skyfire seeker missiles or whatever.
Sky Rays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know people that take Sky Rays and they pocket them, right? They're mobile, hard to kill vehicles, and they shoot and participate in the game when it is a key moment, and they will nuke your ass, right? If you're literally
not allowed to shoot that guy until it's time.
That guy can't shoot until he can only shoot once in one shooting phase. Wow, that's just funny to me. God, you're ruining people's lives.
I'm sorry.
I'm actually looking for the reroll attack one.
For all I know, GW talked about this at some point.
Attack again. Maybe it's 2. Is it 2 CPs? How many?
3 CPs to fight twice.
Who is allowed to do that?
This is what I'm talking about, Austin. 3 CPs to fight twice, 2 CPs to shoot twice.
I mean, that's the standard. It's because you get a free movement phase is why I give you the extra CP.
Right. No, but it does make sense because knights, if you do your CPs right, if you have a close combat guy, you literally can be like, I'm going to play the CP to do these mortal wounds, the CP to do the death grip. I'll play C3Ps to fight again. Technically, I get to do the death grip and the stomp again. So, like, let's say there's 4 rhinos and you have that big knight base and you say, I'm going to charge off 4 rhinos.
You will literally kill all of them.
You will literally roll up on 4 rhinos. You were like, I will strong hand this one. I will stop this one and do all the mortal wounds. They're done. Now I'm going to fight again, baby hand grip, because the stratagem is still in effect until the end of the phase, and do the stomp again. Dude literally can kill 40 wounds in tanks.
Well, and the more you would do 2 D3 mortal wounds, 2 death grips, and swing twice.
Yeah.
So have 30 river dance attacks.
I think you can only do that for House Terran.
Yeah, that's yeah.
What, the swing twice?
Yes.
Swing twice is House Lannister.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Lannisters. Okay, so there's an argument for combat armor.
No, that's what I said. Lannister, there's an argument, but you lose a lot of the Mechanicus ones. Like a lot of the good stratagems
Mhm.
were actually for Sequester Mechanicus. So, the Lannisters aren't one of those. So you'd have to
Yeah.
give up a lot of other cool things.
Well, God forbid people play different houses.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still convinced that Combat Knights will be fun. So I think swinging twice is good, but obviously, if you're Captain Ahab, you've convinced me is the King Big Nuts of the Night Titans.
God, he is such a big dick bandit. He's such a
Dude, the reroll once that changed it to me. Like you played there's a Borkin stratagem for Tau that reroll.
the fact that he's going to be not in range turn 1, but now he is, and he can still shoot that big ass harpoon.
And I think you
take
the Super Flamer because if you take the Relic Flamer, you get to reroll all failed to hit rolls.
Oh,
or excuse me, you get to reroll it auto hits. You get to reroll all wounds.
Yeah, I knew that. He automatically. I thought he just came with that, but there's a relic.
No, he already has the Super Flamer built in.
No, but there's a relic, Kenny, that that Flamer rerolls all failed to wound rolls.
So
but how many shots is that Relic Flamer?
It's still
3d6.
3d6. What's the strength? Is it literally the same stat line?
But reroll a wound.
let me double check just to be sure.
That's the greatest relic of all time.
It's yes, it's all the same. It's 3d6, strength 7, -2, 2 damage, automatically hits, but you can reroll failed wound rolls.
Is the same range and everything?
Yep, 18.
Yeah, that's the relic.
Okay, yeah, you just take that.
Oh my lord!
So in case you roll the triple ones for your attacks, you're like, I get to reroll these, son.
Oh, it just makes him playable against anybody. You can be toughness 8, and he will literally kill you.
Yeah. No, Captain old Ahab.
God, old Ahab.
Something else that might have play too is the Sanctuary special relic, where it gives you a 5-up invulnerable against melee and ranged attacks. So if you got the Warlord trait, now in combat, you're 4-up invulnerable. You're a Forge-Roll Knight.
Is that a relic you said?
Yeah, it's a relic.
I will probably always go with reroll the wound flamer.
I will go with the 18-inch range flamer that okay, we all know Yavari, they have that flamer, right?
Yeah.
But like Rob in my combat knights, right? I have 3 combat ones. One of them can have a 4-up in combat. Is that what you're saying?
If you make him your Warlord.
Well, they all have Warlord traits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna buy Warlord traits on all of them.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's play here.
You could also have a 2-up. There's a relic that gives you a 2-up regular save.
I think we're talking about a different Warlord trait. There's a right because
these are relics.
We're talking about relics. Well, sorry, the Warlord trait for 4-up and vulnerable is shooting only. There's a relic. That's in close.
There's a relic that gives you a 5-up invulnerable against ranged and melee weapons.
Oh, 5-up. That's not a 4-up.
Right. Oh, you cannot stack them with the Warlord trait. Correct. It's the Warlord trait specifies range.
Yeah, it's just garbage. Dead to me.
Yep. Never mind. It's dead.
But you just said what I've heard. A lot of people like the 2-up save knight with a potential 3-up invulnerable.
That's solid on old Ahab.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything in the game's -1 AP, so it's like he's just taking the 3-up.
I'm with you. The 3-up is better, but that is an opportunity.
Look, old Ahab, I wasn't sold at first until I really thought about it, and then I got really sold. Dude has like 4 melta-guns, fucking harpoon cannon, sniper missiles,
Dude,
super flamer.
So I was sold. I forgot he had the melta-gun.
He has them, dude. When he gets,
he has 4 melta.
When he gets within half range, when he closes the distance, Austin, he literally just can blow up 4 tanks. Like,
by closing the distance, you mean he moves 10 and he can advance and fire?
yes, like he can literally be like, "That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. That's almost dead. I charge. That's dead as well." Like,
I have a 3-up,
and also have a 3-up invulnerable. Oh,
and then if something charges that, you could stooping dive with your custodes.
And then, and then let's say you finally kill this guy, and I'm like, he's on his last turn. I'm like, beginning of my turn, 1 CP, and I'm at the top bracket, and I do it again. Oh, you went to blow me up? Oh, I'm not gonna explode. 2 CPs, I shoot again. Like, fuck out of here. That's why the 3 shield captains. It's like, and also 3 shield captains.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I think I'm sold on the. I think you, the Blood Angels portion of it. When the
We
endless
need more
CP.
CPs. You're right. We need more CPs on the list.
Have you played against that or seen that, Kenny? Because I don't know if they're doing it right, but like they'll roll 1 billion dice per.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the wording on each one of the relics, it literally indicates that you would roll extra dice. That's why I actually talked earlier before you got here. I've got a few things I want to see changed. I want command point farming to be universally on a 6, not a 5. I think and I talked to a couple people online. A big shout out to Evan Valdike, but the way he described it was CPs are a paywall to access your special abilities. So we essentially got rid of universal special rules and replaced them with stratagems. And we have a paywall to access our universal special rules. So this resource is precious, right? You can't let people farm that resource so easily. If any resource farming has to be on a 6, period. And they already gave us a little bit more resource in the last FAQ. Secondly, you can't have stratagems that turn off that ability. So like the whole Dark Eldar stratagem that I went off on last week, my whole issue with that Dark Eldar stratagem isn't that it's fun or OP. My issue with it is bad game design. We have a paywall that we have to access our abilities with. You can't let people have abilities to block access to the paywall. It's just feel badsies. It's a bad experience when you try to create fun times. So I want to see things like that go away. I've got a few others I'll talk about later. I'll create a post and everything, but those are two of my issues right now with the majesty and the magic time that we're in 8th edition. We got all these new things we've never had before. Don't take them away. Don't make them invalidate. Like I've heard the argument online. God, I can roll my eyes any harder. Learn to win without stratagems. So
that's 8th edition.
That's the whole fucking
about?
Game we're playing, dude.
What are we talking about?
Like, so you win the game without stratagems. Leave your fucking Dark Eldar shit at home. You know, like, but I'm not salty like that. That makes me seem over salty. It's just bad game design. Like, win the game without stratagems. Then we would just go back to 7th edition. Like, or 3rd edition or 4th edition. No, like stratagems are what makes the game new. But let's take a commercial break because we got to come back, and I think we have a little bit of time to talk about a 40K pipe dream, hopefully. Finally, the Long War swag is here. LongWarSwag.com, the official home of Long War merchandise. We've got a range of merchandise exclusive to the Long War brand, Next Level Painting, and Spikey Bits. Definitely log in today while supplies lasts.
Dear veterans, quickly, make your way to thelongwar.net and find out how to reap your hard-earned spoils of this long war. For our allies at secretweaponsminiatures.com have rewarded us all with an extra 10% discount on all Secret Weapon Miniatures merchandise. So stock up, dear veterans, and enjoy.
Elric'sHobbies.com is your exclusive portal to upgrading your hobby. When you sign up at thelongwar.net, you gain an instant promotional discount good for 10% off at Elric's Hobbies. Elric'sHobbies.com. Veterans, I've got news for you. Get your best deals online at dicehead.com. Long War Vets, call or email for your best vet deals. That's dicehead.com. And we're back from a amazing Night Titan segment where we broke it down, went sideways, went up, down, left, right. We talked about a lot of things. We barely stayed on topic without Juice here or Haspel, but we're going to resurrect an ancient segment of the show, Hobby Pipe Dream. We're bringing Austin in. Austin, you got a hobby pipe dream for us?
Pipe dreams, guys. So check it out.
You dream a pipe. Got it.
I have recently been married. Michelle's my wife. She's great. Trying to get her into the hobby, obviously something I'm passionate about. So pipe dream for me is I'm trying to start an army that she actually wants to play.
Nice.
So she's clearly attracted to women, right? So sisters are potentially coming out, but not GW models. There are a lot of good-looking female models out there. So she's chosen. She likes. I guess they're a newer company, and Rob, you can help me. They do the what is it? Strongest Women of the Galaxy, or is it?
Oh, Raging Heroes.
Yeah, the Raging Heroes. They have a female army line. And if you guys haven't seen the models, you should check them out. They are pretty badass and some sexy armored chicks. So Pipe Dream is we're working on a pure female Grey Knight Sisters, and Custodes army that she likes. Those are the armies she picks. So currently got them all in the cart, working out how we're going to get them. But let me tell you, trying to make Grey Knights and Sisters work together is been a challenge.
Oh no.
Because trying to make it competitive enough to play and have fun with it. It turns out if you put the Saint in any list, it becomes better. So obviously the Saint is in that list. Rob, have you seen that Saint model?
The one from Raging Heroes.
It just came out. Yeah, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah, they got a new one.
She has 4 wings. It's like badass. I don't know if you guys have access to look at it, but check that out. So Wobbly Modelers will be painting a pure female army here soon. You guys will see it hopefully. If the pipe dream can become real, it's a lot. That's a lot of work. Let me tell you, to make that all WYSIWYG and everything else.
Austin's about to trigger some people. You mean your girlfriend, or I'm sorry, your wife wants an army? She wants to role play in a fantasy game with people who look like her?
Is that a bad thing?
Wait, but that's gonna take away from my experience, Austin. We don't need that in our hobby. Like that's gonna why bother?
We don't need ladies in our hobby. Like we don't need more people in our hobby. The demographic that's lacking the most.
I'm just saying, we've seen some posts. I've seen some horrible garbage diarrhea people post on Facebook about that.
It's pretty.
I don't talk online for that very reason. Is they don't speak my language on the forums. Let me tell you, they can say whatever they want, but I'm excited because that gives me something to look forward to. I hope she enjoys playing it, and the models are awesome. Literally, if you see these, you'll be like, I wish Grey Knights were better. They literally are like nuns, armored nuns with demon heads. Like, as Grey Knights. Like, well, we got to play Grey Knights. Yeah, so the whole Grey Knight line are like sexy nuns, Kenny.
Oh, I've seen them. They're gangster.
Yeah, they're gangster.
Yeah.
They're literally.
And see, like when I role play, I'm like, I want to be like me, but I want to be like that jacked, huge version. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
like
I'm with that
cartoon character.
Yeah, obviously, like I don't look like that, but I feel like that embodies my soul, right? And so I love it when people are like they want things, they want to role play that way, right? Like we need not only do we need more lady sculpts, period, we need more not European white people sculpts.
Let's talk about the real issue here, and that's the lack of cat models. Okay.
We also have 0 cat models.
There's a whole line of cat models. Have you guys seen them recently?
No.
Oh, Rob, I'll shoot you some pictures.
Rob, do you identify cat?
I think I have cat-like traits in my personality.
So I'm convinced there are supernatural things in this world, and Rob Bear is definitely one of them. I'm gonna tell you, there's something going on. It's in your eyes, bro. I see you. You are literally like a cat human.
Well, pretty much every role-playing game I ever played had some cat people in them. So, Rob, you're a cat person
somewhere.
No, those are something completely different. I'll tell you about that when you're all grown up.
But do you guys have any experience with trying to get your significant others to participate in your hobby?
Yeah.
Difficult.
Oh, I mean, beyond difficult. It's a non-reality.
Mine actually owns models.
You're on your way.
Well, my girlfriend owns all my models. I have a saying around the house: "What's mine is yours. What's yours is yours."
I think you got that right.
Well, I tell you, we were laughing before this segment. Rob had more insight maybe than others, but I really wanted my Nurgle Knights to be playable, and they're not in this current codex. So that was a big hit to me. I don't know if they're going to be good in the future, but can we play Alpha Legion with Nurgle Knights with strategy?
So the way they are currently is they're in the index. What is this thing? Index chaos. So a renegade knight is faction keyword chaos, Questor trade Taurus. So you would have to have a Questor trade Taurus detachment, I'm assuming.
But no stratagem.
There doesn't look to be any stratagems and in no way to bracket.
There's no stratagems inside your index? There's no stratagems in that index?
For chaos index? No, it didn't have any stratagems in it.
I'm obviously fucking with you.
God, they didn't even chapter approve you? God.
No. No.
But local, I'm gonna tell you, next Wednesday I will be playing Nurgle Night Titans. They will be free blades, or I'm gonna make up a faction and it's gonna be chaos. And they're gonna be whatever the hell I tell you they are.
I mean, it's possible that they'll come out with, you know, the ability to take these somehow with some sort of keywords and such, because the rumor is that they're going to be in the Renegade box. There's rules for the Chaos Knights in there. That's the rumor. Haven't seen them yet, but maybe there'll be something in there and you can be like, pick from this book. I don't know.
That's what I want.
Well
Pipe
said.
Dream number 2.
Absolutely.
I want Ravenhawk Shroud Masters of Chaos.
I want the cacao. I'm with it. Well, look, we did it. We nailed it. No juice. We're missing Haspel. Haspel said he'll be back soon, maybe in a couple months. I think we did as good of a job as we could. We actually broke some shit we never talked about here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Some new crazy rules. Go and shit on all your friends you play Tau.
You heard it here first. Actually, maybe Facebook, but then here.
But Facebook, maybe here. But Rob, first off, Austin, thanks for kicking it with us, helping us out. But Rob, if you won't mind taking us out of this bitch.
That is it for this one. Make sure you head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.